G'day Lucy and Heath. Here's your solar power system, or the Victron gear here. I've just got it plugged in temporary on a couple of batteries. So you've got 3 sets of cables coming in here from your batteries into that guy in there called the Lynx Power In. There's a little fuse here which sends power to the shunt and the BMV to the battery monitor. And there's one over this side here. Where are we? Just in under there. There's another little slow blow fuse. This red and black cable will provide power to this guy under here called the Serbo GX. So that fella there, he runs this touchscreen. So yeah, if you don't have power to that, just check those two guys there if you're having issues. What have we got? So we've got a charge controller here, 150/45. I've got allowance for 3 strings to come in. I'm not sure how you're going to wire your panels. I'd say probably 2 in series and then bring down 3 separate strings paralleled on the bottom here with this 2-pole bus bar. Positive and negative running off to the charge controller. So 3 strings in on top. Main DC breaker to the charge controller. A main DC breaker here to the 48 to 12 converter. So when you do your 12 volt connections, just go to those 2 empty terminals there. This is short circuit protected on its output. There's a little remote sensor here. That's operated by this guy here. So we actually do a shutdown when we reach 20% state of charge. So if the batteries get down to 20%, green light will go off. This will have shut down. That way we don't keep flattening our batteries. The inverter obviously as well will also do a shutdown. I've programmed it for a 20% cut-off level. That's what Power Plus require to look after their batteries. Main battery breaker here to the inverter. And I will have to pull all these connections apart, because what I'll do, just to make shipping a bit easier, I'll disconnect all these cables here. So have a good look at the connections here, because I'll take this inverter off this backboard and I'll put it back in its original box to send it to you. So AC connections, we've got, gotta be careful because this is turned on. Earth, AC in 1, AC out 1, AC out 2 we're not using. So I've sleeved the red and blue, the white and blue there with some red and black sleeving. And if we come over here, we've got 3 RCBOs. AC input 1, AC input 2, AC out 1. So AC input 2 is this guy. And AC input 1 will be your shore power. So that'll go to your generator input, shore power input, etc. AC input 2 will wire to the 24 to 12 inverter to supply power from the alternator when you're driving. So I've fixed the input current limit on this for 4 amps so that you don't overload that inverter. This one is adjustable via the touchscreen, and simply hit menu, find Quattro and scroll down, and then input current limit, currently showing 4 amps for shore power, but you can ramp that up to 15 amps for argument's sake if you're plugged into a caravan park. Just go back to the main screen. So at the moment the inverter's off. If I switch it on, we got no solar because it's night time here at the moment, but I did have a couple of panels on test earlier today. You just heard the inverter click and it should start showing. There we are, it's telling it's inverting, and it's just charging my laptop at the moment. There's nothing else on there. I don't know what else. Oh, hang on, one other thing I need to tell you. Yeah, your battery monitor there showing battery voltage. As I said, it's programmed for a 20% cutoff. It's got relay inside to shut this guy down. But the other thing to probably look at a bit closer is the Serbo GX. So that's controlling the touchscreen and talking to everything. So there's 2 VE Direct. You see VE Direct 1 and 2, those 2 black leads there coming in. They come from the charge controller and the BMV. There's the VE bus cable, which is that blue data lead. That's coming off the inverter. And there is a USB and a HDMI cable just there. They join together and they run off to the colour screen, to the touch screen. Given that you're going to put that touch screen up inside of your cabin somewhere, you may need to buy yourself a USB extension and a HDMI extension. I don't think there's a whole lot else I need to tell you about this guy. If you've got any questions, yeah, just phone call away. Alright guys, have fun.